Hello everybody and welcome back to Starfield. In the last episode, we checked out our dream home, and besides saving Andrasia and everybody else in the nearest vicinity, we have a trespasser. And I cannot kill this person, otherwise it gets me a bounty and they're invincible anyway, so it's really annoying. I don't want them in my damn house. Get out of here. Anyway, we're going to get back on topic with the mission that we said we were going to catch up with before we checked out this house. And that is to go help Hayden and figure out this entire terramorph problem with the United Colonies. After we do this, we're going to move over to this deep cover mission. But let's start here and start with one thing at a time. So I hope you're all having a great day, a great time, great night, whatever it is for you. As long as you're enjoying it, that's the most important thing. I had a pretty good day. And now I get to sit down and play some Starfield.
I have never quite been able to think of New Atlantis as home. Though I suppose I should.
Well, I get to sit down and play some Starfield, and I do think the game has quite evolved from what it used to be, so it's been pretty enjoyable to play.
Over here.
Stop shouting at me, I can see you.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Well, being cloned is something special. You're cloned off a guy and you're a woman? Interesting. Yeah, but what does that have to do with us addressing them? But, oh, you're a clone of a man. How does that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels. But there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Well, I'm not going to ask if there are others out there, because I don't really care. But I want to know what this has to do with the cabinet.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Well, you know what? That's pretty fair that you would tell me about this instead of blindsiding me. Well, you're not your father, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
Holding a grudge against where a person comes from, that is both ignorant and cruel.
Just the way things are sometimes. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
I don't really have any questions. I plan to be pretty honest with them when they ask me questions, so.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Oh, that's convenient.
Here we go.
You're gonna walk slow, so I'm gonna run away from you.
If we can avoid entering that building, I would prefer it. Let us just say I am allergic to...
You don't think you can avoid entering the building, you're already here. Alright. This way.
Excuse me?
You're over there. Why are you saying excuse me? This looks formal. Nice slow walk up there. In my spacesuit yet. Why am I wearing a spacesuit? I'm inside. You know what? Yeah, this looks better. Definitely how I'm supposed to be presenting myself.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that we had to do this with a lot of urgency because these aliens are killer freaks.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Well, I want to stop the apocalypse, you know. Yeah. It is pretty exaggeratory, but it might be the thing. Yeah, I think we need the most informed decision.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yeah. I mean, I walked in there, everybody was dead, all I had was a handgun, and I almost pissed myself. So yeah, it kind of wiped out people that never saw it coming. Yeah, nothing special about that.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, Will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yeah, I would. I mean, why are you even asking me that? I'm here for that.
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention.
That don't sound good.
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Oh no.
Oh, you were warned.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am.
What about
Captain, I'm right
Andrisha?
behind you. Let's get down there.
She's here too. They just got ignored. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put this back on for actual armor. And I think I have 4 grenades, so I don't think that's too good. Do I have anything that does good damage? Not really. This could be a problem. This could be a very big problem. There is that. Suppose we could try that. Alright, let's go see what damage these aliens are creating. And we have to murderize them.
The EM rifle, grab it!
Oh shit. Where'd that go? I just... Okay, there it is.
No! Now hit him with everything you've got!
We're trying to help you!
Please!
One less target.
Stop!
Ow. Stop punching me. With it. This is silly. He's just getting punched. He's security. Like, knock her out. Why are you getting paid to be security? Seriously, knock her out. You're security.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
I don't have any good response for this, but yeah, we need to get down there quickly and neutralize these things before they, like, take control of a bunch of people.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Although I'm not really sure what the point of that would be. I mean, they have the ability, but what would they do with it, you know? Like, it just seems they want to murder everything, so why would they really, you know,
My
care?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
Alright, you really want me shooting things? I said I was going to use this.
Evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district.
okay. It's
All
not
citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Here, have some grenades for me.
Terramorph! You might back up. Don't just stand there. Kill it!
Oh, shit. That guy had a bad time.
Down, damn it!
Oh, am I getting the brain thing?
Oh, gosh. Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to put down that morph!
Oh, I just heard a bunch of words.
Our experts?
Yeah.
We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, I've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can. I can only spare the one fire team. Everyone else, I need holding this perimeter.
So I can just kind of take all of this. Yeah, I mean, just gonna give all this to me. Don't mind if I do. Anything over here?
Heard you might be looking for some backup.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
we're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
You know what? I'm gonna save your life, and I'm gonna handle this.
Your call. We're on the line.
Did see a dead guy over here.
Is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escaped their notice.
Oh, there you are.
Did they have anything of value?
No, not really. Just 2 of them? Okay, we can handle 2 of them, I'm pretty sure. Hop up here. Grenade into there. There we go. Surely you will come out. Don't make me come over. Oh, getting tripped.
Which one is going to kill you?
The one named Greg, probably. Doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, but I have a lot of ammo for it, so.
Meat to the slaughter.
That was the last one.
does he have corrosive gas? Is there anything over here for me? It is my chance to loot a bunch of things I shouldn't have access to. Probably. Well, doesn't really look like there's anything here for me, but I tried. I wonder if my ship's okay. Yeah, it's right over there. Everybody else got trashed, but not me. I'm too special. See you there. Oh, another grenade. What are you doing? Oh well, good shot. Don't chase me. I will just go up here and PO your way. And then I can just tappy tappy tap. And you are trying to hide from me all as well. So that's not very nice. Can you come out here and get shot? And stop trying to take over my mind.
No, don't hurt me.
Hey, I'm tripping balls again. I don't know why everything in this game wants to make me trip balls, but I'm not really for it. Not with these kind of hallucinations.
Stand still. I'm going to wear your skin.
Not very nice. I'm gonna shoot you. Alright, we got him.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
Talk with Andrasia. What do
If
you want?
you are free soon, could we talk?
I mean, there's no better time than a Terramorph invasion of New Atlantis. Yeah, but let's talk.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you.
What are you looking at? There you go.
I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
I mean, it's great. I've never done anything like this. I was employed by a mining company, and before that, I may have been an assassin or something. But not my line of work.
I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Mateo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody there is different, so I think you have your own place to fit in there.
No, I do not. But I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background and my actions concern them. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
Well, you do what you have to survive. That's just how it is.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Oh my. Yeah, you got a lot going for you. I have the option, I'm taking it.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I am I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
I don't think it's childish at all. If you live a different lifestyle and you kind of get pushed into something you're unfamiliar with, it's definitely going to feel out of place to you. It's not weird at all.
Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, you asked me to do it, and killing a few people isn't unusual for me. I came off a mining operation. I've murdered like 300 people so far, so no big deal.
It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Well, I'm not sure this is the proper time for this conversation. It was very genuine. I do enjoy it. I'm really sorry, Hadrian. You've been waiting here for me to take care of the real situation going on here. Well, the more eminently important one other than our feelings. So, sorry. Hey, the three of us just nuked all these terramorphs. What the hell's going on over here? Hell yeah, Bethesda moment. Something in here for me? I don't know if I can usually come in here. Oh, nothing here for me anyway. Oh well. Hey, they're all dead.
I guess they weren't kidding about you two. The universe put the right people in the right place.
You were the ones who held the line and gave us the opportunity to do this? That makes you the hero. I just went in there and shot them.
Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
For whatever reason, Hadrian was carrying me around on a selfie stick, so I'm not sure what was going on with that. Very uncomfortable angle there.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions.
What? What is it?
For the all clear signal
Are you
before
okay?
exiting your homes. That is all.
It moved so fast.
I'm sorry, these people need me. Please, just leave me alone.
Am I going to be all right?
Looks like it.
You anti-Xeno squad? Well, you should be.
Not now, okay?
You're not the doctor.
You're right, I'm the executioner. Never mind. I'm gonna go tell them I saved everybody from the 3 aliens. But there is one good question. How the hell did they get here? I mean, they're not small. Where'd they come from?
Those people are getting treated now. Don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up when you did.
You either had to murder them,
How the hell do terramorphs get
That's
into
a
the
relief
city
to
like
hear.
that undetected?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good question.
Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
When you see security loses an officer,
Captain,
I make it my
Hadrian,
responsibility to call
it would
their
appear
family.
that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city
Calls to
today,
make now.
as well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. It's very late, but yeah, how about real estate? I could use some more of that and build my portfolio, you know?
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Why are you not sending a diplomat? I'm just some Vanguard nobody. Sure. If you're sure.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
Yeah, sounds like a fair deal.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
The next time terramorphs rear their
I'm
ugly
gonna go
heads,
check in with
the
Chief
UC is
Engineer
going to be ready.
Kulkarni. Start getting
We
a
didn't
plan
get where
together
we
for
are by
that
sitting
data.
on our laurels. Our laurels, in
So,
fact, became...
I have one really important question about this entire endeavor.
Howdy.
Isn't it just a little bit convenient that we went up there to talk to them about the threat and then suddenly we get attacked? I mean, like, as if on cue. Hey, there's this real big galactic threat of these giant killer aliens. I killed one, and if you don't do what I say, it's going to happen again. And then as they're debating it, they get attacked immediately. Like, seriously?
Chief Yassine, these
That's a
orders
Bethesda
of
moment.
Vanguard Captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
You better give me what I require. I'm looking you right in the side of the head, now in the face. Give me what I want.
That must make you my Vanguard Captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack.
You
have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the Cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Oh, I know what the archives are, but I want to know why you're so out of focus. Just because I walked all the way up to you and stared at the side of your head?
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency. and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Well, you really would think they'd help, but that doesn't affect them, so they probably don't care. And it's not going to be easy.
It won't be.
Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Well, I want to say we save the best for last, and House Varun is kind of hard to find. So anything about them is going to be more interesting.
Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Yeah, I think you're underestimating how delightful I am. She's gonna love me.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
What can you tell me about him?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Well, I think that's all I should know about the ambassador. Tell me more about the Varun one.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID.
I guess not.
I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Oh, okay. There's the other one.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
I'm sure he could be reasoned with. He's just a person.
Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
What do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Fair enough.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Alright. Let's see if we can't finish this mission first, and then we'll head out and see what we can do for our other mission there. But we have to convince all these different factions to work together, and by the sounds of it,
Oh!
ouch.
Need a moment to walk that off?
By the sounds of it, it's like the Freestar Collective and United Colonies don't want to work together, and alternatively, House Varun doesn't really sound like they care regardless. They're like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Yeah, usually. Hey there.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office.
Surprised your ambassador is working this late.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room.
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over
All
the
that
years.
security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Captain Jeff.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Oh my god. Yeah, they sent me to beg. Please, please, pretty, please. Yeah, I need him. Tell me.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Just listen what I gotta say. I'm a very persuasive guy.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One! I'm listening.
Yeah, there's a lot of lives.
Oh, I understand
Yeah, this could be really good. Oh, I can do it auto persuade. Cool.
a step towards better relations. I could see some value there.
Oh, I have it all.
I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility.
Yeah, there's a real life price here. I really wouldn't risk it if I were you.
It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment.
Possibly.
Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Excellent. Follow me.
If you're gonna help out and this has to be a galaxy-wide effort, I'll give you what you want as long as you're reasonable. Okay, I'm following you. You need to move now. Oh my lord. Hey. I'm gonna leave you in here. I guess she's just trapped in there. Oh, there you go.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there.
Thanks. Give it to me.
It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
Yeah, I know. You're already done with it. Give it to me.
Don't make me regret this, Captain.
I will. Not. Alright, let's get the hell out of here, and we need to go find the other guy now. Oops, I need to be up here. Alright, back up to the surface. And now we have to go break in some guy's embassy. We don't know if he's alive or not. So instead of going in the front door, we have to break in. I'm not sure how well that's gonna go for, how good is it for diplomacy if you're breaking in, you know? Really all the way over there? Oh, I think it's here. Okay.
I appreciate that they have not demolished the structure, even if diplomacy has ended for now. It may not have been their intention, but it represents hope.
Huh. I have no idea what she's talking about, but all I did is see her jump. Oh, this is bright and nice. Alright, we're in the Varun embassy. What the? Snack. Hello, snack. Well, there's still power in here. That must be a good thing. Let's go down and see what we can... There are plants everywhere. Why is this staining the floor? Lights on.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
Oh, it's breaking into this computer. You know, diplomacy. Breaking and entering. I'm sure this qualifies somehow. That can't go here. I think... Yes. You must go here. Excellent. Maybe. Nope. There we go. Sometimes I do a good. Any nearby entity? No, but they're gonna protect me now. Hey there. Something is trying to help me. All I really got out of it is their defenses. Not really happy about that. Anything here I can... Yeah, a little bit. Enough for me to take, anyway. Ooh. Suits. What the hell is going on in here? What the...
Decades unsupervised, when it seems this tree has decided it now owns this place.
Yeah, really? Oh, hey. Well, I thought you were supposed to be helping. Oh, you are helping. Thanks. I don't know where you came from. Well, this is just a... Bethesda. Specifically Todd. Todd. Bathrooms. What's going on here? A normal bathroom. Okay. Oh, hi. Living quarters systems. Oh. Ah. You have an issue here. Oh god, there's a lot. Thank god we have this turret.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Alright, seriously, who's fucking around with this? It's kind of funny, but still. Like, why? Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Take those to sell. Better break in this computer here. Never know if we're gonna get something useful out of it, so... That looks... They're just... Why would they give me that option and not let me use it? These two. Has to be. Okay. Sometimes I'm not stupid. Sometimes. Not that. Could be this. Okay. Then you. There, I'm smart this time. Oh, I could have stopped all the robots. Oh well. They're my XP now, I guess. Hey dude, can you tell me why your place is so trippy? I mean, what's going on in here? Ouch. Now, what else is gonna come jumping out at me? Gotta be something. I'll take your cred stick, though. More stuff for me. Turrets. A duck in here. Another cred stick. Oop. No. Inaccessible. So something's gonna open that for me. Don't know why this mist is whispering to me. Hello, dead robot. We'll take your ammo. Seems to be nothing else here for me. Well, here. Being shot at where? Put it down. Can I even get over there? Okay. Oh. I don't know if I can get in here. Well, it's being shot at, so... Perfect. Cool. You? Excellent.
How quickly can you get that done?
Oh, it's already done, so I'm not sure why you're asking. Oh my god. I need to pay attention. I don't know what's going on with me. Just came all the way in here and smacked me, and I wasn't paying any attention to any of it. Oh, let's try you. I do like the variation of weapons in this game. It's not as big of some of the former games, but it's still enough to play around with and enjoy.
Now you'll bleed.
I'm not sure it's going to bleed in Dracia. It's a robot. Maybe oil, I guess. Ouch. Oh, it's not really guiding me anywhere. Take your ammo. Why does everybody in here just have a gun sitting around? Supposed to take your gun. Aww. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna put those in my house, I think. Seems like a proper use for them. Does this mean I can get into the inaccessible room? No. Hey. Oh wow, there's no recoil on that. You're gonna come out behind me. Can I turn you off first? Yes, I can. It assumes I can get into this. And maybe I will. Now you only want 2s. There we go. Let's go and... There's a turret. Oh my lord. Demons?
Winner takes all is the phrase, is it not?
Dracia, do you have anything to say about that? This guy's talking about demons. I don't really like this. Hey. No, it sounds clear enough for you to speak a full message. Any throwables we have? Mines. Guess we're gonna run with that. Oh my god. Ah. Well, that's a lot of ammo we're going through. I don't have any for that. I have a shotgun. Plenty of ammo for my shotgun. Plenty for these as well. I think we'll go with this for now. Oh, we got them all? Cool. Approach the stranger. Can't get in there.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Interesting.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
No. We did save, an tree upstairs.
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Oh yeah. Spaceport's pretty fucked up, but we did save it.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Yeah. We want to use information to stop them.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
I mean, yeah. That's exactly what I want to do with it. Got my word, bud.
You have mine as well, for what that is worth.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
I do love that I had to persuade the other one, and this guy is just like, you can use this for good. Okay, here you go. Ooh, ooh.
Let's hope it still works. And... there. Let it be used for good.
Certainly. Can I take your stuff? I'm gonna take your stuff. Thanks. He's got a chest in his room and it's just full of loot. You have to go all the way out.
I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't use the easy way out, so here we go with a run. But that took less time than I was really expecting, and everybody wants to help out, so no violence used. Easiest way that we probably could have done anything. So, all things considered, I think mission accomplished. Let's go see what this gives us. should probably go to the right floor. You know, now that I've already broke in here, why can't I use the front door? I mean, how is it gonna keep me out? Anyway, let's go turn in our quest and see if we can't get into those archives. Wants me to go underneath. Yes, I can do that. Quicker. Dang. Maybe. Probably not.
Response to the Terramorph attacks.
On the record?
Ah,
Alright,
Captain.
I'm in.
Congratulations on joining.
I don't know why I have to go back for this, though. What the? Andrasia, stop! What are you doing? Where is she going? I think she left the oven on. Oh my... Oh. Hey, can you come back? What the? Oh my god. I keep praising this game for being better, and then I see things like this. Where is she going? Alright. What a game. Hey, you.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Yep. Very quickly.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Guns blazing? Gotcha. Let's go find our data.
Yes.
I think this will be interesting. I mean, how much information could be down there?
Captain, can I help you?
Like, are we going to actually be monitored in the room, or could I just go and read and steal everything?
Over here. There's something we need to discuss.
I hate that this person's stalking me. I don't want their mission right now. And every time I turn around, they're like, hey, I gotta talk to you. I don't care if you have to talk to me. I've got other stuff to do.
After the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Free...
Alright, well, let me in.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units.
You're really not
Once
having a
you've
good
collected
day.
your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Why does this light here look like it's covered in blood?
All codes verified. Unlock engaged. You may proceed, Captain.
You. Alright. Too bad I can't steal anything else out of here. I mean, who knows what would be in there? I'm sure you could come up with like a dozen different theories of what would be in that archive. Alright, I've got the data and it's telling me to return it down there, but that basically means the same thing as this elevator up here. So,
Yes?
I have
You
to take
needed
it
something?
Really? Huh. Okay. I don't know what use she'd have for
There
it,
you are.
but-
Captain?
Oh, okay.
Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Well, here you go.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
You may take this very formally. Here you go.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Really? Already? I didn't like up the missions for you. I know it's getting accelerated, but they said 10 years. Must walk slow. Run, please. Must walk slow.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Well, you're annoying me by telling me. I don't care. Oh my. What a view. Oh god. Can I jump off of here?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today
Where are
and
you
in
going?
days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Yeah.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
I suppose we'll continue this as long as it stays on this planet, but as soon as I have to leave, we'll go pick up our other quests. Or we'll see how long this runs yet. Really don't want to make this too long. Not much longer than the other episodes, but this quest is going on pretty long, so
next.
Falling cups. Cool. But that's the physics at work. It can't just sit here. It's gotta fall.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
I can get in there. Expert. I don't know if I really want to be in there, though. What's in here? It looks cool. Ooh, there's a chest in there.
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
Thank you for being patient. I'll be right back. Wonder who I'm gonna find in here.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
Dude stuck in a cell?
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
You look so familiar. You're in something, I know.
Not quite. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Vivictus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
So, you're Hadrian's dad, then?
Very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Yeah.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
So, what do you want to do? I'm gonna give you a chance to talk about this.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
What could you possibly need dealt with? You live in a box. Alright, tell me what you want.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
So you want me to kill him, and why would you want me to do this over your recovery team?
Captain, your files indicate a track record of unlikely successes. It is my genuine hope that, perhaps down the line, you might become a part of our team. And this might be something of a tryout.
Okay, I'm gonna listen for now. I'm gonna tell you, consider him dust, and we'll find out what happens. Why couldn't I just arrest him, though?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
I'll consider bringing him to justice, but killing him, we'll see what needs to be done. Alright?
If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There is a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Interesting. So they kept this guy who was supposed to be executed alive and hidden secret in a bunker for like however long. Looks like he's really got full amenities in there. That's interesting.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Hey, Andresia. There's a dead guy in there. As soon as I walk out, I can just, you know, leap to everybody. This dude's alive and not really dead. I guess I'll go see the advisor up here and see what she has to say. Of course, I can always just back out if I don't want to ask her something.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Yeah, I'm not really prepared for that.
Surprised me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making.
But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this. All right?
Does she know?
The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it to myself.
Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC.
What's being offered in return?
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
Yeah, what are the chances this is all a trap?
Trusting the man downstairs would be a mistake. But I don't think you need to be too concerned. This is far from the first name he's handed over, and all previous missions went off largely without a hitch. So while I'd certainly warrant caution, I think you can proceed.
Alright, I think that's everything I gotta talk to you about.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Hello.
Well, I believe that wraps up all our business on this planet so far.
Greetings, citizen. Welcome to the UC.
I'm just double checking here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to another planet for either of these missions. And I think this leaves this as a perfect place to cut this episode off. I'm gonna pick up on this mission and maybe just keep up with this quest line in the next episode of Starfield. I think I'm just gonna try to go one quest line at a time so I'm not jumping everywhere like, you know, all crazy. With that said, I hope you're liking the series. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me how you liked the video and what you have thoughts about. Tell me about the world that you're seeing around you and how you're experiencing all these things that you're seeing in the video. And, as always, I hope to see you next time.